y'all, it's the Cute Coffee Gal, and I am back with part 58 of my Decades Challenge. It has been a little while since I played this. There's been a lot going on, so I appreciate y'all's patience, but we are back. We are here with Betty, and she is going to be moving to San Myshuno today. So be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get all of the updates that I have going on for the Decades Challenge, as well as my new Let's Play that's out now on Island Living. And also, of course, I have a giveaway going on, so don't forget to check out that. The details are in the description below. It's for the pack of your choice for Xbox consoles. So we are here in Del Sol Valley. Betty is our sim that we're tracking throughout the decades, and she is doing a little bit of gardening, it looks like. Her needs are pretty good, so I think it's about time for her to move. So if you'll recall, she aged up in the last part, and she is now in the military career, so that is what her job is. I did have her take the day off just because she's moving today, so I didn't want her to have to try to go to work on the same day that she was moving. But we do have an apartment picked out for her in San Myshuno. She and her mom went and looked at apartments in the last part, and so that is something she's going to be getting up to today. Let's see. Does she have any of this produce in her inventory? It does not look like she does. So I'm actually going to have her harvest everything. I'm not sure if she's going to want to take any. Oh gosh, we got to spray that for bugs too. I don't know if she's going to want to take anything with her when she goes to the city, but I'm just giving her some options. So that's what I figured I would have her do there. And everybody else, I think, is just kind of getting woken up here. Looks like maybe school's going to be starting soon. Oh, goodness. We've got outdoor enthusiast. Something got checked off her list. So she now needs to achieve a level 4 of herbalism. She needs to cook 2 plates of beetles over a campfire. That sounds like fun. And she needs to eat 10 plants. So we'll make sure that we work on that as well. But it looks like all the kids went off to school, so that is fantastic. And then her mom is in here. Olivia looks like she's eating a little bit of breakfast maybe. And I think Dick is watching some TV. And then the baby, Daniel, is still asleep, it looks like. So, a good time for her to go ahead and head out. I also wanted to give her a few clothing changes, so I think that once she gets into San Myshuno, I will do that. So, let me go ahead. I'm going to go into the move households. Let's see. Manage household, or manage worlds, and we'll save that. And then I have a couple of roommates who've already moved into the apartment, so I'll be sure to introduce them to you. I actually downloaded both of them off of the gallery and made a few little edits to them, so I'll show you who their creator is as well. But we are going to hop over here, and this is them right there. So let's say that we are going to manage Sims here, and we are going to have Betty move into a household with these two lovely ladies right here. There we go. And so that is going to be our new household. And actually, I'm gonna leave this one on played households at the moment, but at some point I will turn the Swanson family off of played households so that they can kind of run in the background. You can also see that I've got a couple of other households here that are played, and from the way that they're dressed, you may be able to tell that these are both households of guys who I think that Betty and one of her roommates met because they're both in the military career. And so I think that these are all soldiers or officers or intelligent people. So they are, let's see, let's go to San Myshuno and I'll show you. They all live together in the same building. So it's almost kind of sort of like this is not military housing, but it's an apartment building that's got a lot of military people living in it. So it's in the Medina Studios apartment, which is in the Arts District. And so this is the Carson household. It's got 3 Sims in it: Anthony Middleton, Clarence Field, and Norman Carson. And you can see that they all have a trait that is a little less desirable because they've all been at war for the Korean War. We also have the Fulton household, which is Leroy Ball as well as Willie Fulton. Again, they both have, this one's clumsy, this one's gloomy. So you can see that everybody's got a little bit of a negative trait because they've been at war. And then we've got this household right here, which of course you know Betty very well, and she does have the mean trait, which she actually had from childhood, but it can count for her trait that she's got to take for being in the war. Then we've got Judith, who is her friend from the military. She is somebody who Betty has worked with, and so that's how they got to know each other, was doing things for the military together. And her negative trait is that she is clumsy. And then they have one other friend who they are now living with, and she did not work in the military, so this is Sandra Pratt. And she does not have to have a negative trait because she didn't go off to war. She stayed home. Not really sure why she didn't have to go, but she didn't have to go. So we're going to go ahead and hop on in, and I'm going to go into this household and then go into Create a Sim so we can update Betty's look. All right, so we are now in Create a Sim, and before we go too much further, let me show you where I got her roommates from. So they were on the gallery. I actually was looking for girls from the 50s, and both of these girls were available by the same user. So this is Kitalax. So she had two different households up for the 50s that I really liked. So this one was the Pratt, and it was for 1950s beatnik. And so Sandra is a bit of a beatnik, if you're familiar with that movement from the 50s, and her career is that she is a writer. So that is who she is. And then we have this one, which actually I believe that that Judith was supposed to be the wife of this gentleman here, but I just kind of kicked him out of the household. So she is going to be the other one that we have. And I modified them both just a little bit from what was on the gallery, just to kind of make them make a little bit more sense for me. But like I said, this is Sandra, and I'll kind of real quickly show you her outfits in case you are curious. Both of them had multiple outfits on their gallery upload, which was really helpful. So some of them I didn't keep, but a lot of them I did. So these are kind of her everyday looks. Beatniks are known for kind of being very simple with their colors, just the black and the white for the most part. So that is kind of the look that she has going on here. They also were known for not being gender conforming. So I did throw in a tuxedo just because I thought that that would be kind of a fun thing for her. We also have just some very simple athletic looks. We've got a little bit of a racy sleepwear for this one, as well as something a bit more simple and tame. Let's skip to party. Let's see, these are her party outfits. So for all of those great, 50s vibe beatnik parties, there you go. Her swimming wear, again, just staying with the simple black and white, very much what the beatniks would have done. Her warm weather outfits, you'll notice that she doesn't have a ton of skirts because they really were very much about the fact that women could wear pants. Like that was a huge thing that was a part of their movement. So she has some skirts, but most of her outfits are pants. And then we have Judith, who is in her pajamas right now. But let's go ahead and look at her everyday wear. So this is what her everyday look is. Most of her outfits definitely look like somebody who may work in the military. There are a lot of greens in her coloring, which is how she came on the gallery, and it works for her. So I just kind of let that be. So she's got lots of very simple outfits. I kind of almost see her as doing like secretarial work in the military, and kind of being a part of that kind of path. I do think that she's probably on track to be, she can't be an officer because women can't be a part of that branch, but the other branch of the military career is kind of what I had in mind for her. So lots of different things that she's got going on. Kind of the housewife tennis vibe is what she's got as far as her outfits go. Again, very simple, but these are a bit more modest. Some fun party outfits for her. Occasionally she's got her hair down, but most of the time she's got her hair up because that, again, would be very much that kind of style, especially if you were working in the military. You wouldn't have had long flowing hair. That would have been too much like a hippie for the most part, though she does have it down some when she's not at work. So these are all of her kind of looks, and we do need to put together some looks now for our lovely friend Betty. She is still in all of the things that she had as a teenager, which I actually do think a lot of these would still be appropriate. So this was what we had for her everyday. This is what we had for her formal, for her workout, for her sleepwear, her party. her bathing suit, hot and cold. So a lot of those I do still think fit, but some of them, like, this just kind of looks a little childish to me for formal wear for a young adult woman. So I'm gonna play with it for just a minute, and I will be back and show you guys what we've got for her. Okay, so I've got Betty's new look pulled together. I think she looks super cute. She still looks young because she's like fresh out of high school, but she does look a bit more adult. But like she's still got a little growing up to do. So I think that this is kind of a good mix between teenager and young adult. So this is her new everyday look. I kind of went back and forth on the hair. Should we do pigtails or not? And I ultimately decided to go ahead and do it. I think that this is kind of a fun way for her to grow her hair out just a little bit. You know, it's a little longer than when she had it in the curls, but it's still, it's not very hippie-like, which I think was the concern, was don't let your hair be too long because then there'll be an issue. Because the hippies were in the 60s, but the kind of growing sentiment started in the 50s. And so there's a little bit of a wanting to make sure that you don't have hair that's unkempt. So this is her everyday look. Then we go into her formal wear, which I absolutely love because she looks so out of place in this. It looks like she's wearing her mama's clothes. And I feel like if she at this point in time went somewhere formal, she would feel like she was trying to be like her mom. So it looks a little out of place on her, and I think that that's actually kind of perfect. So that is her formal wear that she's got. For her athletic wear, I went ahead and dressed her as though she's got her dog tags on because I figure, you know, that's probably any athletic thing she's going to be doing will be related to her career. So that's what she's got for that particular outfit. For her sleepwear, I had this lovely new little outfit from the new Island Living pack that I thought was a great little nightgown for her. And she's got her hair down when she's sleeping. And then for her party wear, she's got this cute little jumpsuit on, just to have something kind of fun and casual, but pants, you know, definitely moving into the wearing pants part of life, which I think is important for us to kind of acknowledge at this point in time. And then for her bathing suit, didn't change that much, just kind of changed up her hair a little bit. For her hot weather outfit, did not change that either, just changed her hair. And again, for her cold weather, I thought the outfit was fine, just changed her hair. So, like I said, it's not a massive change, but it's enough of a change that we can see she's starting to get a little older. And I think that that's kind of, she's living on her own without her parents, and she's not married. And so this is kind of where she's at in life right now. And I think it's the first time we've had a sim in this series that's been there, a woman living without parents, or a husband. And I think that that's an important thing to note about the 1950s, is that kind of sort of started happening. So that's what we've got here. And I'm going to go ahead and hop on into the game and we'll get playing. So I also wanted to show you guys a little bit about where they're living. It's this apartment that I put together. Y'all know that I'm horrible with the camera, and apartments are even worse than houses. So I'm not going to stay in this view for too long. I'm going to pull the walls down. But I did kind of want to give y'all an idea of what things look like in here. So they've got this cute little living room area right over here that you can see Betty and Sandra. I'm going to forget their names, y'all. Sandra and Judith. Okay, so Betty and Sandra are in here right now. Is this cute little teeny tiny little living room area. Okay, I've already gotten sick of it. So it's got these fun kind of mid-century modern furnishings in here. They do have a little bookcase, and then it's got this teeny tiny TV because that's about all they had in the 50s, but at least they had that much. And then we've got this kind of like wall divider here between it and the kitchen. So this is the kitchen that they have. Not the fanciest of appliances, but nicer than a lot of other people have. So we've got just kind of a stove, a simple sink, lots of countertop space, and the fridge that's there. They also have in here, which is super fun, they have a bar, so they can actually like have some parties and things like that. And then we've also got, let me get this turned around here. We do have some things on the wall. What did I put on the wall in here? Oh, just a little calendar, I think. Yeah, just some little knickknacks and things that I figured they might have. A very simple bathroom. There's only one bathroom in the apartment, which is about right for the time. And it's got these lovely colors that you would have had back in the 50s. So just a simple, sink and a bathtub and a toilet there. Then we've got this kind of little sitting area here right by the front door with a little radio so that they could listen to some music if they wanted to. We do have over here a very small little laundry room so that they can do their laundry. So that is a good thing to have in their apartment. I'm sure that a lot of the apartments did not have washers and dryers. So that is kind of a luxury. And then there's 2 bedrooms. So you can see both of them here, and since this is the apartment that Betty and her mom Olivia picked out together, they're the ones who are, this is their apartment, and I'm sure that Dick's the one whose name's on the lease, and so this is going to be Betty's room. She gets the master, I guess you could say, bedroom, the single bedroom, and then her 2 roommates are here. They get these little twin beds that they get to sleep in. So Betty's room does have a little bit of a vanity. It's got a nice little dresser. It's got a little chair here. I think I put some art on the walls. Let's see. What all did I do in here? I built this a while ago. And then life happened, and so I haven't played. So we do have some artwork. Oh my gosh, I'm going to make you guys sick. Okay, forget about it. There's art on the walls. I'm pretty sure I put art on all these other walls too. And then we have this little bedroom here that has her 2 friends. So this is where Judith sleeps, and you can see that it's kind of like light pink in color. It's got these sweet little, this artwork here. Let me see if I can throw these walls up and show y'all. Yeah, so she's got like little butterflies, like not too girly, but definitely more on the girly side of things. And then you have Sandra's side of the room, which has like the record player, and she's got all these books and records and things like that. Let's get the wall up here so y'all can see kind of what her vibe is. So she has all of these like Elvis posters or what have you. So she's got all kinds of fun things on her side of the room. Because that's who she is. She's into the rock and roll music. She is into kind of that scene, whereas sweet little Judith here is just, into kind of staying under the radar and doing her secretarial work and whatnot. So that is who we've got here in the household. And as we get started playing here, I am noticing that it is actually Halloween today. So let's see. Betty wants to wear a costume, trick or treat, have the spooky spirit. Let's see. Do spooky actions such as interacting with ghosts, vampires, or aliens. Okay, so, or carve pumpkins. Okay, so she wants to do Halloween-y kinds of things. Mischief spirit and decorating. Well, we're not going to have her decorate because I don't think they would have enough money to do that necessarily. Oh my goodness, why are they both crying? What is going on here? They're sad. Oh, from an awful holiday. That'll be over soon. I think it was Veterans Day yesterday. So they must not have done much for that. So we do have them all in here on a Tuesday morning. So maybe we'll have a Halloween party this evening. Oh, there you go. You can see a little bit of kind of the girlier touches that are here in this bedroom. Anyways, so we've got, let's see. Where is her career? She needs to go jogging. Let's go ahead and get that over with just because, why not? Let's go ahead and have her not march around, go jogging. And this is actually going to be my first time playing the military career outside of Strangerville. So I'm kind of curious to see how the whole thing kind of translates, because I know there a lot of interactions are specific to what's going on with like the mother and all of that. But that's not the case here because obviously that's not the world that we're in. So I'm curious to see how the military career plays outside of Strangerville. I did add it to the Decades Challenge rules when Strangerville came out. And actually, this is a great time for me to mention that I did update the rules for island living as well. I don't anticipate there are going to be a lot of things that we do in my particular Let's Play for island living for the Decades Challenge. I think that maybe at some point later down the road, that might be something that they do. But at this point in time, there are just too many things about island living that are not Decades appropriate. So I'm not going to have her go move over to Sulani or anything like that. However, We do have some interesting new kind of gameplay options that came out with the patch as well as the game. So there are now odd jobs and part-time jobs, and those are both things that can happen as a part of the Decades Challenge. So it's in the rules what can happen when. We also have, oh, I guess she's done with her jog. No, she's not. She's still got a good ways to go. You need to keep jogging, Sweet Pea. Where are you? Let's go jogging. Okay. But there is some fun stuff like pool floats, which are, at this point in time, would have been around. So back at her house in Del Sol Valley, where her family is, they've got a new pool float, that kind of stuff. I do think that some of the interesting gameplay things like the new conservationist career, that is something, I think that's one of your cousins who's walking around naked there. I really need to get the townies cleaned up in this save. The conservationist career is something that actually would have been around probably... Why are you only doing a little bit of jogging at a time? You really need to like actually do the full amount of jogging, please. The 60s and 70s would have been the beginning of a lot of that. So if you think about the environmental movement that came around really in the 70s, but I think it got started in the 60s. Things like scuba diving got started in the 60s. Research around dolphins got started in the 60s. So as we move forward, there are some options for us to utilize some of that gameplay. I don't want mermaids in the Decades Challenge. That just doesn't feel quite right. So if you're interested in that kind of gameplay, watch my Island Living Let's Play, because we are going to fully explore the pack in that particular save. But here, you might see little things popping up here and there for Island Living, but the rules have fully been updated if that's something you're interested in. So Betty is back from her jog, and it actually looks like we have a trick-or-treater here at the door. So let's go ahead. We'll give him a treat. Nothing wrong with that. And we probably need to get maybe a trick-or-treating bowl. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Let's actually, here. Let's have her come meet her neighbors, and then we'll have a party and invite them to it. Let's see, visit apartment. Yeah, y'all can all go. That sounds like fun. We'll do both of them. Hopefully they're home. They might not be. But I want to just kind of like introduce them so that we can invite them to the party and then we can all get to know each other a bit better. Okay, so we've started the spooky party. I've met all of the neighbor boys, but we don't know if they're actually going to show up or not because we literally met them. So we don't actually know any of them well. So it's entirely possible that they're not going to actually, like, come. But that's okay. And we have varying degrees of decade appropriateness when it comes to costumes. So we have Betty is dressed here as a witch, which is perfect. But then we have, is this Sandra here? Yeah, Sandra is dressed as the llama superhero, which maybe we could pretend that's, like, Wonder Woman or something like that, because I'm pretty sure that there were female superheroes in comics in the 50s. They probably would not have been popular with girls, but we'll just go with it. And then here we have, it looks like that Judith is doing like a Star Trek kind of an outfit, which of course is also not decades appropriate. But we're just going to go with it. Oh, and we have somebody here. Who's here? Who's here? This is Clarence. Okay, so one of the neighbors who's dressed as Darth Maul, and that was in the 90s. So we're just going to ignore the costumes and how inappropriate they may or may not be. Oh, and we also have, so in addition to the boys that she invited over, Roy found out that she was throwing a party. So is this Roy here? No, this is Norman, one of the other guests. Roy found out she was throwing a party, so he got invited, and this is Roy's new girlfriend, Joan Warner. So Roy and Joan have come into the city, which, you know, it's after curfew, or it's almost curfew. I think curfew's at 9. So they're definitely going to be, like, getting in trouble for being in the city. But they just, like, showed up, and Betty didn't know what to do. So she's just going to let them be. It's going to be fine. So let's actually have her, let's have her make some drinks for people. Oh, no, it looks like Sandra is making drinks for people. Okay, well, that's just fine then. Why don't you come over here and talk to this guy? Thank for coming. Let's thank all of these people in their costumes. Okay, so he's Batman. I don't know. Let's see, who is this? This is Anthony Middleton. And the pirate was Norman. And who was Darth Maul? Clarence. So we've got several of them here. Why are you doing sit-ups? You're so silly. Okay, so we do have, this is Roy. All right, so Roy's here, of course. And then Willie Fulton. all of the neighbors came. This is so great. I think we're only missing like one of the guys at this point, which is really awesome. And she should probably come and say hi over here to Joan as well. Go ahead and we've got music going. Obviously Sandra's at the bar. Let's see. We wanted to wear a costume, so we are doing that already. Maybe we have to change costumes. Trick or treat. As the kids come by, we'll do that. And, oh, we needed to carve pumpkins and do spooky activities. So, okay. Let's have her... Let's hop on, get in a little closer here. I think she's in her room. Yeah. Oh, she's talking. Is this Roy? Yeah. Don't talk to your brother. That's just silly. Where is... Wear costume. Let's change costume. What should she put on? What would be... A cheerleader would probably be appropriate, considering the time that this took place. So we'll have her change into that, and hopefully that'll tick off this on her little, whatchamadoo-bobby. She's just, like, saluting everybody. It's really funny. But if you think about it, all of the guys work for the military, so it's actually probably a pretty normal thing for them to do that. Oh, she's talking to Joan now. Great. So, yeah, this is happening here. And I love how people are, like, literally wearing the same costumes. It's kind of funny. Okay, so that ticked it off for her, and it's more decades appropriate for her to have a cheerleader and then her to have a witch. That works good. Okay, we also need to go carve a pumpkin. Oh, don't slap her around. That's not very nice. Or I guess maybe it is mischievous, which would be an appropriate thing. Let's have her... Here, just come put that in your inventory so you can make another one. And Sandra is still here at the bar. What is happening? Oh, that was a really crappy one, too. Here, come over here and come make a classic jack-o'-lantern. Let's just go with a good old classic orange pumpkin. And why don't you... Are you tending bar? Practice making drinks. Do that. That sounds good. Unless she's tending bar. She is tending bar. All right, we'll just let you keep tending bar. That's just fine. Hopefully everybody else will come and get a beverage. Let's see. Everybody's acquiring skills left and right. Let's have her... Oh, she's good. All right, we're going to have at least a good holiday there. And then what are you up to, Judith? You are... I don't know where you are. Where did you go? Judith? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Oh, they're like totally like not interested in this party here. That's really funny. Here, go ahead and... Oh, no, don't just go away. Okay, I guess maybe she's done with it. Like, she's in her pajamas, literally. Why don't you come in here and talk to some of these nice people? We want to... She's getting in the bed. That's so silly. Come over here and talk to this guy. Do a military introduction. And is this... That's Clarence. Let's question his costume because she doesn't know what that is because it hasn't been invented yet. I think that's perfectly appropriate interaction there. And then you're still in here going away on these pumpkins, which is just perfect. How'd she do here? Ugh, it doesn't look very good, does it? Is she done? Let's see. Oh, no, she's still got a little ways to go. Okay, well, that's fine. Tradition complete. Yeah, we'll do that. Haven't seen any more trick-or-treaters. It must be too late for them. But you guys should all dance together. Why don't we... Let's see, we'll listen to spooky music. Because can't you see them all doing, like, the Monster Mash or whatever? I don't know what year that came out. But I'm sure there was some spooky music in the late 50s. No, I don't want to change the station. I want to dance. We'll have her dance, and then we'll have the others come and join her in dancing. Or actually, they're already all dancing in here. Here, we can just... Here, don't do that. And don't do that. Why don't you just come in here and dance with these people? Gossip about neighbors. Well, all of your neighbors are literally inside your house right now, so that's not going to work very well. Why don't you come over here and... Can you... Oh, he stopped dancing. Let's see. We will have... Let's do this one as dance, and then we'll invite him to join. Perhaps. Hopefully. Let's see. Invite to teach dancing. I don't really want to teach. We just want to invite Norman to dance. There we go. And who is this? This is still Roy. They're like totally crashing the party. It's kind of entertaining. But we are going to, here, we'll thank this one for coming. And we will, we're just kind of having a good time here. I kind of want to see who hits it off with who, because I do get the impression that, of course, we're going to have some relationships with some of these guys that are here. I mean, let's just be transparent about how that's going. Roy and whatever her name is. What's her name? Joan. Y'all need to go home. It is 11:30 at night. You're going to get in so much trouble. Here, let's go ahead and we'll invite Willie to dance as well. And we'll also invite Anthony to dance. It's just going to be a dance party in the room that's not her room. And it looks like, is Sandra sleeping on the sofa? She's like had too many drinks and she's passed out. That sounds like something Sandra would do. And let's have her come over here and she's going to order a drink. Let's see. Order a drink for... No, she wants to just order a drink for herself. Order favorite drink. We'll do that. I have no idea what Betty's favorite drink is. She's only just now old enough to be drinking, so I have no clue what her favorite drink is. Watch it be something boring like water. Hopefully it's something fun. Let's see. What is Judith going to make for her? Looks like wine. All right. She's got some fancy taste here. What is her favorite? Let's see. It is Soft Shadow Avornorelino, or however you say that word. Good deal. All right. So that is her favorite beverage, apparently. And everybody's just still dancing. It's like literally all of the neighbors plus her little brother all in this room that is not her room. Y'all are so silly. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. We'll wrap this party up, and then we will go with her to work tomorrow. All right, so it looks like, is Judith going to work now? It's time for Judith to go to work, so we'll just send her to work. And then Betty is awake, and she looks like she's a little bit hungry, so maybe she should come in here and make some breakfast before she needs to go to work. Oh, gosh, some of the guys are still here. I didn't even realize that. Let's go ahead and have her have breakfast, make some scrambled eggs with bacon, and let's actually, here, we'll put that right there. I'm going to just real quickly, hold on, gang. What are you doing here? Chill out. All right, there we go. So let's have, we'll delete the candy bowl, and we'll also delete the pumpkin carving station. I think that's the only things I added for Halloween. And then I think, didn't we toss a pumpkin in the inventory earlier? We did. The one that Joan made. So let's just go ahead and throw that away, because I don't want it to get smelly in her inventory. What else is even in here? A school project. Definitely don't need that anymore. Another school project. She's got an unidentified flower, basil. Let's go ahead and toss that in the fridge. This is a ladybug. Oh yeah, that's right. This is all stuff that she had, from when she went, camping. Let's see. Let's throw the perch in the fridge too. Can we throw the perch in the fridge? We cannot throw the perch in the fridge. Well, we'll just throw the... Here, hold on. That looked like the tent was going. I don't want to throw the tent out. I want to get the perch. Okay, we'll throw the perch away. Yes, so all in the stack. What else is in here? Oh, we've also got Dixie's grave. I totally forgot about that. And we've got another school project. Goodness, how many projects did you do, girl? Got some homework we definitely don't need anymore. What about this? A minnow? Oh, that's an egg. Nope. Hold on. Remember when she went Easter egg hunting when she was a little kid? It was really cute. None of these fish can go in the fridge. For some reason, I thought maybe we can only just grill them from our inventory. Okay, we would like to not take paid time off. We want to work from home, which doesn't seem very appropriate. Maybe that would have been a bad choice as far as the decades are concerned. Still, again, working out what the military career is. So let's see. All right, I think I got all of the high school stuff out of there. What all does she have today? Practice marching. Well, that'll be easy. So we'll have her practice her marching after she finishes her breakfast. Who is this that is making... Clarence is making a salad in a Darth Maul costume in our 1950s apartment. That's just ridiculous. But these boys just need to go home. Oh, and here she is. She looks so cute in her little getup. I actually think the pigtails are kind of perfect for it. That really works with her. Yes, you really should get going. Thanks for playing. All right, let's have her march around downtown a little bit. Oh, there she goes. It's kind of an overcast day. It's really dark. This is like the strangest interaction to me. Like, it works in the context of Strangerville because people are like getting possessed, but it's really kind of weird when it's taken out of context. Because how many people do you know that work for the military that just like march around town? It doesn't really happen that much. But that's what her homework is, so she's gonna have to do it. All right, so Betty has finished all of her marching around, and I actually had her come back home to visit with her mom. let's see. Let's actually knock on the door because she doesn't live here anymore. She's got to knock on the door. Because I saw that she needed to reach a level 4 of fitness skill. And in my mind, she would have asked if she could come and like swim in the pool. Like that seems like a fairly normal thing for her to have done as a part of kind of getting her fitness up. Plus, I would imagine that they're going to want her to come back and visit fairly often. Oh, there's baby brother. Little Daniel toddling around. Let's actually just have her. She's going to skip being inside. Let's have her just go ahead, come out here and swim. Swim laps. That'll get her fitness up. I'm always still amazed at how gorgeous this lot is. So much prettier than when she was downtown and it was all cloudy and nasty. And I did add, as you can see, there's a pool float here that I added in. And also, hallelujah, we have lounge chairs now in The Sims, y'all. We had like stuck some chairs here in an attempt to make it look like lounge chairs, but now there are actually lounge chairs. Oh, and she's almost ready to level up as it is. So it should be easy for us to get to a level 4. This is awesome. The swim laps interaction is hysterical to me because she's literally just like swimming the perimeter of the pool. But because this pool is such a strange shape, it's just really, really funny looking. And I actually think that she's probably gotten a little bit of color, it looks like, from all of this being out here in the sun, which, you know, sunscreen's a thing that she should probably do, but it would not have been necessarily the most, like, thought out thing from this time and era. I know that my mom, when it was the 50s and she was a little girl, she used to get burned all the time when her family would like go to the beach. Sunscreen did exist, but nobody was using it yet. So she might be learning a lesson here today. Okay, so she's got her fitness level all the way up. Let's go ahead, get her out and have her go back home. Because she has been here literally all day long using the pool, which, you know, is very nice of her mom to let her do that. Oh yeah, she definitely got some color. Look at that. I can't tell if it's a burn or if it's just tan though. We'll have to see what it looks like. And I'm super curious to see if she gets tan lines. I know that this is a CC bathing suit, so she might not. But she might. We'll find out. But yeah, so she's heading on back home now. All right, so she's come back home, and I think there's some pinkness on her cheeks. Let's see, does this? Fatigued from working out. So we don't have any buffs for a sunburn or a suntan, but look at how pink her cheeks are. I think she did get some sun. Does she have a tan line? Can't see with what she's wearing. Very curious, but anyways, I do think that that is probably where I am going to leave things because it is getting later in the evening and she is super tired. Does she have work first thing in the morning? She does. They have to be at work so early when they're in the military career. So I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Betty's new look and her new apartment and her new roommates and all of the fun new things that are going to be happening for her. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure that you have subscribed to my channel so that you can get notifications every time I upload a new video. And don't forget about that giveaway that I've got going on. All of the details are in the description down below. Thanks so much, y'all. Bye!